Okay, everybody, I'm going to give it like a minute or two before we get started. I just want to give everybody a little time to hop on so that no one misses anything. I'm going to dive into the basics of Pinterest today, kind of cover a little bit for you. I took a couple of questions earlier in the week, so I'll answer those as well. So let's just give it a couple of minutes. I hope everyone can hear me okay. Give me a thumbs up when you hop on if you can hear okay. Also, post in the comments where you're from so that I know where you're watching me from today. I'm up here in North Dakota, so it is very cold and below zero where we've been at for like a week. Very, very cold. We don't have a lot of snow though, so I kind of miss the snow. Okay, so just we'll give it about half a minute left, and then we'll dive right in. Again, today we're just kind of talking about the basics of Pinterest and using it for your business, why you would want to use it, what is it, how you can utilize it. So when you hop on, just give me a thumbs up. Let me know that you can hear me okay, and let me know where you're from. Hopefully wherever you're at today is a little warmer than it is here in North Dakota. As we go through, if you have any questions, feel free to post them in the comments, and as you know, when they come up, I will try to answer them. If I don't get to them on the video, I will go back afterwards and let you know. Okay, well, let's just get started. I'm Stacy. I'm a personal assistant and techie expert. I do things like Pinterest, Instagram, I do website building, Weebly, Trello, ConvertKit. So anything techie, it's kind of my jam. And so today we're going to talk about Pinterest and kind of like what it can do for you and your business. So first of all, we need to talk about what is Pinterest. Think of Pinterest as Think of it as like Google, but with pictures. It's what Pinterest is literally just a search engine with pictures that you can organize into different boards and just kind of map out your dream life, I suppose. But it is great for business as well because it can drive traffic for free to your website, to your products, to your services. So you know, you need to be on Pinterest and utilizing this so that people can find you. I was listening to a podcast by Angie Lee yesterday. I absolutely love her. She is the bomb. And she said, if people can't find you, they can't pay you. And that is so true. Like, people have to be able to find your product. You come up with this fantastic idea, this great course, you have this great product you designed, and you think, okay, I'm going to start work for myself and I'm going to get it all together. You got a beautiful website, you got everything together, your product or your course is made. But then if no one can find you, they can't pay you. So it is important to use Pinterest as a free resource to get people to find you. Hi, Ashley. So yes, Pinterest is a search engine, and you want to use that so that people can find you, your ideal client can find you and drive traffic to your website. When you design your website, make sure it's pinnable. This day and age, most of them are, but make sure, like some WordPress.com, you will need to install a plugin, things like that. Just make sure your website's pinnable when you get started. Okay, so we're going to get to Pinterest. The first thing you want to do is set up your Pinterest as a business account. Now, if you already have a Pinterest, the first thing that I get asked is, oh my gosh, okay, I already have a personal Pinterest and it's got like thousands of pins. You know, you've been pinning your dream wedding and your dream home and all these foods that you're going to cook. And so you have all these thousands of pins on there and you don't want to start a whole new Pinterest account just for business. That is okay. You don't have to. And I wouldn't start all over because you already have followers and stuff. What I would do is convert that personal account into a business account. And then all of that stuff that's yours personal, go into those boards and do as a secret board. Then no one else but you is going to see that. So you can still pin your personal stuff and have that, but no one else will be able to see it. So now you've got your Pinterest account. You still got your personal stuff down here that's all secret, but you can convert it into a business account. Now, all the boards that are visible is going to be things that adds value to your ideal client. Let's say you do essential oils. You're going to want to do boards that your client is going to want to see. Obviously, you're going to want to do like maybe essential oil boards, but you know, you might also want to do something on meditation or do-it-yourself remedies, just whatever your ideal client, like what their lifestyle would be. Those are the boards that you want to make for them. So one of the questions that I was asked to address is how many boards is too many? Really, there is no such thing as too many boards, I guess. Again, make sure that your boards that are visible on your business account is going to be something directed towards your ideal client. If it is not something that goes along with your brand, your product, your image, then make that secret. But anything that's visible is for your client. There's not, no set number that is too many. But just make sure that every board that you have is going to add value. So when you set up your account, at the very top, first of all, you're going to have your name. That is searchable. So you can add in keywords or specialty to your name. Like I'm a personal assistant, so I could do Stacy / personal assistant, or personal assistant expert, or PA queen, something like that in your name, because it is searchable, and that is one way that people on Pinterest is going to be able to find you. Also in your bio, the next thing they're going to see by your picture is your little bio. You want to use keywords, SEO search terms, and just make it a really good description about who you are, what you do, because that is searchable also. So I could put in there that I'm a mom of 3, I love coffee, and I have a weakness for chocolate. But that is not what my brand is. So that's not going to help people find me unless they're looking for a chocolate and coffee loving mom. So make sure that you put in your descriptions what your brand is, because that is searchable as well. And then on your board descriptions, when you set up your boards, make sure that you also put in there your keywords and your descriptions, because that is searchable as well. So all these different things, your name, your board description, and your bio are all searchable, and people will be able to find you. So use good search terms and keywords. And another question I was asked is, how do you come up with those keywords and search terms? Okay, so this process can take a little time. This is where you need to invest a little time into what you're doing. You can go into Google and search. Again, I'm a personal assistant. Most people use virtual assistant. Personal assistant doesn't come up as much. So I can go to Google and I can type in virtual assistant course. I want to do a course. I'm doing a pin for a course I made on Virtual Assistant. So go into Google, type that in. The first page that comes up, look for anything that is linked to Pinterest. Those are going to be some top hits. You can get keywords from that. One of the biggest things is go into Pinterest itself, into the search bar, and type in your whatever you're searching for, virtual assistant course. The first 5 suggestions that come up when you're typing in, as you're typing, it will bring up suggestions. So it might be the same words or a different version of what you're typing. The first 5 that come up are called rich words. You want to use those. And so you're going to sit there and you're going to search for a little bit. Again, spend some time because you really want to focus on some hot keywords so that people can find you. Again, like Angie Lee said, if they can't find you, they can't pay you. So invest your time up front in getting some really good keywords so that you can put it in your bio and in your board descriptions. And you can just search all different things, make you a list, and then use from there. Also, look at the top influencers. Like whatever say your essential oils, go in and find some of the top Pinterest people that you like to follow that is a guru in this area and see what keywords they're using. Obviously, they're working, so you can use some of those, search some of those, and really this is where you want to take your time. Again, it's so important to use really good keywords and put them in those different places. Okay, so now we have your Pinterest board set up. It's converted to a business account. So what you want to do is now we're going to make some pins. Now, you want to make sure that your pins, first of all, you're pinning things of value. Ask yourself when you're pinning on your Pinterest board or any social media platform, would you follow you? Because if the answer is no, then probably other people aren't either. Why are they coming to you? Are you offering them something of value? Is your page, is your boards, are they really interesting and giving people what they need? You want to center your boards around your ideal client, but you don't want to fill it up and be all spammy with just your pins. You want to do lots of different pins from other people and sprinkle in your content. And so you want to offer lots of different value in your different boards for your ideal client. Now, when you're making your pins, first of all, a good pin is going to be a specific size. And the easiest way to do that is get Canva. Canva is free. You can upgrade to a paid version, but Canva for free is just fine. And it has a template in there for Pinterest graphics. Go use that. Then you never have to worry about, is your graphics the right size? Just automatically click on that template and off you go. It's very easy. And it's free. Pinterest is free. So here you are promoting your website, having high quality graphics for free. Make sure that your graphics are high quality, that they have vibrant colors and they're appealing to the eye. So you've got your pin created and you're going to put them on your website. You want to try to do some A/B testing because you never know, different graphics catch the attention of different people. So you might want to put 1 or 2 visible graphics on your website, on your page to pin, but you can also do hidden graphics as well. That way you can see what pins are working, what pins are not. You can have as many pins on one page as you want. And when you upload these graphics to your website, you can enter a description when you're posting your graphics. It's in different places depending on if you're in Weebly, WordPress, whatever. But you can add in a pre-populated description so that when people are on your website and they click pin and they're going to pin it to their board, that description already pops up. And back to the A/B testing, you might want to post one graphic that has just hashtags in it with your common keywords, and you might do another one with a pre-populated description that has keywords in it. And that way you can see which one's working better. And while we're talking about hashtags, Pinterest does now have the ability to do hashtags. That's why I'm saying do like the A/B testing with hashtags. But hashtags isn't as popular on Pinterest as it is, say, in Instagram. It does work, but don't rely solely on that. Most things in Pinterest are searchable, so it's not as necessary as in like Instagram or Facebook. I've been asked what is the maximum number of hashtags you can use. I think it's 20, but you don't want to junk up your description with 20, hashtags. So just get some of the more popular ones and put in there and do your A/B testing. Also, set your website up for rich pins, and you can do that in your settings of Pinterest, and it's a process where you apply for your website. And then once you're approved, your pins will be coming up as a rich pin. So what is a rich pin? When you go to Pinterest, and let's say you're searching for a beef stew recipe, and you come up with all these pictures, and then there's this one picture that looks really, really good, and you click on it, and it comes up, you have the list of ingredients and stuff. That is a rich pin. A non-rich pin would just have like a website or no description or anything else, or maybe like a little mini pre-populated description. But a rich pin has that ingredients or whatever. It's really great for business. It's not a long process to get your website approved or anything, and once it's done, and it is a really good way to get your business to stand out and look professional. So you definitely want to do that. Now, a lot of people ask, should I use like Board Booster or Tailwind so that it can auto-populate my pins? That depends on your business. If you blog or put out new content frequently, yes, it would be a very good idea. I haven't used Tailwind, but what Board Booster does, you have lots of different options. You can schedule pins to go out to certain boards or certain groups. You can do a loop where it takes your current board and it takes the pins down here at the bottom when they're so old, and it loops them back up here, and you can set it to where it'll delete the old ones if there's no comments, so that it's constantly refreshing your stuff. Board Booster can be very, very good if you constantly have new content. Now, if you don't have new content and you post a new blog post once every 2 months, well, you're only going to have a new graphic once every 2 months. There is no point in paying for something like Board Booster that is not going to have anything to constantly repost. So they can be a very good addition to your business. On Board Booster, I know you can do like 500 pins a month for $5, so it's really inexpensive. I know 500 pins seems like, oh wow, that's a lot, but that's not just your pins. Like, remember, you're re-looping some pins, you're pinning value from other people's boards. One thing that you can set up is to say, you did this new blog post, so you have all these new graphics, you schedule it to post to groups on Pinterest. That is a very good thing too. So Board Booster is definitely worth the $5 or $10, however much you want to pay a month, if you consistently post new content, if you consistently have new pins to post. If you don't, I wouldn't spend the money. I would just post the pins myself and not spend the money. Now, we talked about pinning to groups, and that's the last thing that I'm going to talk about. There is so many group boards out there, and you can go on Google or on Pinterest and just type in lists for group boards. And I have found so many websites that just list all these different groups for different categories. So find some that works for you and post your content. If you're a blogger, find some blogging groups where you can add your new content every time you post so that other people can see them, and it'll get them over onto your Pinterest account seeing your other boards. So groups is another great way to get your stuff seen and added out there. Okay, so I think that I covered all the questions that were asked last week on Pinterest. Again, just to regroup, Pinterest is a search engine to get your website and your product, your blog, whatever it is, get eyes on them. And it's a free resource, and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of people use Pinterest every day. And it's invaluable for businesses. Get free eyes and free traffic to your website. It's really easy if you already have an account to just switch it over to a business account. If you've never even used Pinterest, you're missing out. Like, it's an addiction for me, but I mean, that's just like a personal problem I got. So, I mean, if you've never been on Pinterest, sign up. And it's really easy to just sign up, and you can create some boards. And, you know, you don't have to, I'm not very creative with words. So, you know, one of my personal boards says food. I mean, you could get creative with the title. Again, they're searchable. And that one's a secret board. But, you know, you just think of your ideal client when you set all this up. Anything that is not for them, you want to keep secret. And then, you know, just work on doing some A/B testing to see what works, what doesn't. Use your hidden pins. Definitely get your website approved for rich pins. It really makes a difference. Use the correct size and high quality graphics. Again, free resource in Canva. They have the templates set up already. You can just upload some of your pictures you already have, put in some graphics. If you aren't creative, they have template ideas in there for you. So, I mean, this day and age is really easy to have high quality content and for free. And you're going to get Pinterest for free, Canva for free. You're getting free traffic to your website. So this is really a resource you need to be utilizing for your business. Okay, so I'm going to go today. If you have any questions, I'll check back later. Just post them in the comments, and I can get back to you and help you get your Pinterest set up for your business. I'll talk to you later, guys. Bye.